Okay, right, hello guys, it's me again with a little technical video. Now, as you can see, my motorbike, I've removed the fuel tank and I've removed the seat and side panels, because I'm going to talk about modifying bikes. Now, everybody assumes when it comes to modifying a motorcycle that you've got to drill holes in this little thing here, which is called the airbox, and then you've got to change this thing back here for something that resembles a drain pipe. That should increase the power, shouldn't it? Right? Wrong. You see, when it comes to increasing power, you really do have to know what you're doing. You really need the facilities of a rolling road dyno and a flow bench to make all this lot work. So, what am I doing with my motorbike here? Well, quite simply, what I'm trying to do is show you guys how you can actually sort of improve a motorcycle. This is called improving a 125. This is my motorbike. I'm going to do a few things to it, because I personally believe that if you actually maintain your motorbike well and give it a good service, give it a good clean, your motorbike should work well. Now, yesterday I took the liberty to do a compression test. I've got the compression test kit here, and I'll probably sort of show that on the video of me doing it. Now, why did I do a compression test? Okay, well, a compression test is a pretty useful thing, because it will actually, here we are, the gauge compression test. Now, compression test is good because you connect it up to the spark plug hole, and you basically crank the engine over and find out what compression that these things can hold. And there's a little sort of valve to let the air off. Now, if it's about 100 psi, but less than that, your motorbike's not going to start. Around about 125, car's okay, but it's not good. So between about 140 and 150 is all right for a car. Between about 150 and about 200 is okay for a car. That's the sort of research I've done on the internet. So I did that. I'm not going to show you how to do one, because I think there's plenty of videos on YouTube showing you how to do it. Now, when you do one on a motorcycle, make sure you disconnect this. This is what I recommend. It's called a CDI box. Basically, it's part of the ignition system. Now, on bigger motorcycles, they can cost nearly about £200. Now, these 125s and anything smaller generally have a sort of a... You can get these for about 30 quid. Yes, you can get sort of like racing ones, but I personally don't think they work, and I will explain why later on in another part, in another video where I deal with the ignition system. Today, I'm just dealing with the engine. Now, the reason for doing a compression test, I just wanted to make sure that the cylinder head gasket hasn't gone, the valves are not leaking, or the piston bores haven't worn. Fortunately, yesterday when I did the compression test, I got 175 on the gauge, so just right up here somewhere, and so that means that this engine is good. Okay, so now I've done that, in this video what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to do, first of all, while the engine's still cold, I'm going to remove this little thing up here, which is the rocker cover, and then check them with my feeler gauges. I don't know what the gaps are, but I'm going to find them out on the internet, and I'll put them in a description or on the screen somewhere. What else am I going to do? Once I've done that, warm the bike up, and obviously do an oil change. Now, the other thing about oil change, so there's the drain plug underneath there, there's a little strainer on the other side, there's no filter. What it is inside there's a little small centrifugal filter. So I will be filming this. I'll be actually removing this cover here and cleaning out the centrifugal filter. So basically how it works, the oil passes through it and it centrifuges all the harmful particulars out. What else? And then after that, I'll put it back together. I've also got some little magnets here. I did buy a little magnetic sump plug, so I was going to put a little sump plug in, but I haven't been able to find it. So I've got this off an old toy. It's some magnets. There's 3 little magnets in there, and I'm going to see what I can do with that. So not a lot else to say, but let's get on with it. sadly I did record me taking it apart, but the camera didn't work. So what did I do? Well, I removed the this thing, which is the Kickstarter. Disconnected the clutch cable. There are other videos on how to get this far. Disconnect the clutch cable, little bolt there, take it out. Undid all the bolts going around holding this cover on. Put them in a piece of cardboard like that, so I know where they all go back. And then get to this thing, which is the centrifugal filter. 3 screws, undo that, and it's full of mud. Clean them out. Make sure you wear a pair of these vinyl gloves when you do that. And basically that's it. Just sort of take it apart. I did break the gasket. I'm taking it out, so I'm going to make a new one of those out of cardboard. And that's sort of basically it really. There is a gasket on the centrifugal filter. That's perfectly intact, so I'm going to reuse that. And yeah, so basically that's where I am. Okay guys, here we go, just making time. Yep. I'm going to make it out in a cereal box. Brown flakes. Yeah, I'd like to be friendly to the environment. That's such a bad life. Okay guys, tap number 2. The old gasket is stuck to the knife. The gasket, so well, check the gloves up, switch the camera up and test it down. Did the exact same as I did with this, where I put it on, draw around its little holes, and use the old gasket to try and get a little outline. So let's see if this gasket is going to be a success. Okay guys, so attempt number 3, and attempt number 2, this little bit here broke. So what I've done is I've basically extended the cardboard there from. Okay, so this should nicely fit there, like that. Don't over tighten them, because you don't want to slip the threads. Getting quite a fiddle putting the gasket on, but it's on. A fiddle making the gasket. Spent too much time on this. But it's done, it's dusted. Final thing to do is just load up the oil and just release. Goes. Right. That's going to be so far. I'll leave that for a bit. I don't play myself today, so I will put this all back together. Put some guard back on it, put the clutch cable on and stuff. And I will finish off with my thing. See you later guys. Right, okay. So, where are we now? Put it all back together again. So I've done the valve clearances, changed the oil, compression test, and cleaned the centrifugal filter out. One thing I will say is when you do a centrifugal filter, it's like once in a blue moon. Best to do it when you're, say, changing the clutch plates or something. Because taking this thing off was an absolute pain. I got a bit frustrated of it. You've probably seen the videos. I've had enough of doing all of this. So yesterday was a struggle. To the point, just remembered I've got to do the rear brake. Just as a scene, that's a good thing. Let's make sure you've got everything done. What else have we got? Yep. So I'm going to sort of leave this for a while. I'm going to do some vlogs. I'm going to get back to it. There's other things to do, like I've got to sort out the exhaust. There's a leak in the muffler. The carburetor I need to sort out. I'm going to be doing something with the ignition system, as I said. Other bits and pieces to improve it. So basically I'm going to sign off here and say see you in the next video. Thanks guys.